Hi, so what do you think of when somebody mentions self-care? Do you think of a spa day, wine, chocolates, pajama day, Netflix? I want to share some ideas with you that I hope will help you with your self-care moving forwards. So often we find ourselves burning out from stress in our daily lives, and it's not until the moment we've absolutely had enough that we allow ourselves to have a break. But what if we all took a break before we reach that final breaking point? Lately, this has been one of my golden rules because I'm well aware that, you can push yourself. I've always been the type of person to push myself to the extreme until I've had enough and need a break. When I first set up the fitness unit 12 years ago now, I worked 6 days a week for 3 years before I allowed myself to book a holiday or have some time off. So now I try to take a week off every 3 months just to recharge my batteries and just to come back with a positive attitude. There's five different types of self-care. There's physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual, and also professional care. So let's have a look at these five. So, physical self care. So, while physical self care can be anything from a Netflix binge to a day at the spa, there are many other activities that you can do to enhance your overall physical well being, to contribute to a better overall mental health. Examples of this can include healthier eating, getting your diet right, regular exercise, wearing the clothes that you like, taking time out of your day to get your hair or makeup done. And while many of these activities might be considered superficial, I actually think they're essential in, maintaining a low level of stress. We all feel better when we've had our hair done. So go ahead and go to your favorite beauty store or, splurge on one of those bath bombs for a night in the tub or, spend that money, go and get your hair done, make yourself feel better. Emotional self care. So, digging a bit deeper now, emotional self care is often simply the act of allowing yourself to feel your emotions for what they are, with little to no judgment. And this can be especially hard at first, but the more you do it, the better you can become. So, some activities in this area include finding things that make you laugh, complimenting yourself when you look in the mirror, allowing others to compliment you, and allowing yourself to cry when you feel sad. Spending time with loved ones and reread and rewatching your favourite book or movie. We've all done it until we can recite every line in the film. We've done that with friends. Psychological self-care. So this is one of the most neglected areas of self-care that most people, including myself in the past, are lacking engagement in. For instance, it is okay to say no to extra responsibilities in your life. This is a very small word, but effective way that you might be able to reduce stress. If you really can't fit it in, say no. Some other activities in this area include engaging your intelligence in other topics, like you might like to go to an art exhibition or go into a history museum, and just be a little bit curious for a day. So practice receiving compliments from others. Yeah, make time for some self reflection. And last but not least, pay attention to your inner experience. So your thoughts, your feelings, your attitudes. You might be surprised at how even doing one of these activities a couple of times a week can have a positive effect on your mood. Spiritual self care. So, whether you believe in God, Allah, Buddha, you're agnostic, you're atheist, it's important to embed some spiritual self care into your daily routine. In this case, spiritual doesn't refer to religion or believe in a sort of a higher being, although it absolutely can if that is what helps you. So, instead, in this sense, spiritual self care is the act of getting in touch with your inner human spirit and getting in touch with your soul. So, some examples of this include contributing to causes you care about. So, maybe donating some money or volunteering some time, meditating, spending some time in nature, engaging in inspirational videos or literature, and highlighting the non material aspects of life. And I realise that some of these suggestions may be vague, but they can be done simply by thought or writing them down in a journal. Essentially, everyone is different, and I'm always saying that. And it's up to you to engage in whatever form makes you feel better and makes you feel the best. Professional self care. So, engaging in professional self care is essential for those in the workforce. However, these examples can be easily applied to those still at school, or maybe you don't work for whatever reason, and some of these examples are very basic yet are often missed throughout a busy day at work or a school day. They include taking time to chat with others, chat with your co-workers, your peers, keeping your workspace how you like it. Yes, and making sure things are where you want them. Balancing your workload, so literally taking some breaks when you need to. And maybe develop an outside hobby or an area of interest. And create a quiet and reserved area to get your work done. Ultimately, when you're able to give your professional life some balance, you lessen the stress, and that may allow you to succeed in other areas of life. So, all in all, the best things in life come with balance. While certain stress in life can be necessary and even beneficial in some circumstances, hey, we've all put off some work until the last minute and then felt the surge of adrenaline to help us turn it in on time. It's easy for everyday events to become over stressful and unmanageable. Yet change isn't easy. It's said that it takes about 25 days for something to become a habit. Maybe look at self care in those habits. But in the process of incorporating some, if not all, of these topics, I highly recommend that you just do one thing at a time at your own pace. This way, you can see how each aspect of self care benefits your mental health and you won't become overcritical of yourself. Especially if you miss the gym one day, forget to take a break, or fail to spend more time with yourself. After all, life is just a journey in which we should do our best to enjoy it and not be too critical of ourselves when we don't need to be. So take some time out, see what areas of your life you can make some changes in, and just take one day at a time, change one thing at a time. And once you've done that, maybe pick a month, let's just say that March is a month to change one thing. By the end of March, that will become a habit. So then April, we look at the next thing and we use that month to change that while still keeping the changes from March. So you can see how we can progress and hopefully feel better. So self-care is important. If you don't look after yourself, you cannot look after others. I hope you've enjoyed this video. My name's Anita Bond. I'm a personal trainer from the fitness unit in Ipswich. If you like my video, please put a comment. Please share it with your friends and family and your work colleagues or anybody else that you feel may benefit from watching it. Thank you very much.